Today, we're diving into a legend it's captured our imagination for thousands of years. We're talking about a story of one single object, an object with the power to command creation itself. This is the story of the Lost Ring of Solomon.
So, could a single ring, just one ring, really grant its owner dominion over the entire world? I mean, just think about that for a second. An object so powerful, it could make you the ruler of, well, everything. It sounds like something straight out of a fantasy novel, doesn't it?
But here's the thing. For millennia, legends from all over the world, from all these different ancient texts, have talked about an object exactly like this. And they all say it was real, and that it belonged to one person, the mysterious and legendary Prophet Solomon.
And when we talk about its power, wow, the scale is just staggering. This isn't just about, having some influence over people. We're talking about total command over the jinn, the world of spirits. We're talking about controlling the wind itself, being able to literally speak with animals, and ultimately having authority over all of creation. It's on a whole other level. And of course, with that kind of incredible power comes a pretty chilling prophecy, the kind of warning that suggests the story of this ring, it's not over, not by a long shot. And if it ever shows up again, well, that could change everything for all of us.
Okay, so where did an object this powerful even come from? Well, its story, its journey, it's not exactly of this world. Let's trace it back, from Adam all the way to Solomon.
You see, this ring wasn't forged on earth by human hands, not at all. The legends say it was a divine gift, given directly from God to the first man Adam, back when he was in paradise. Think about that. It was literally a piece of heaven brought down to earth.
So, after it was gifted to Adam in paradise, the ring kinda vanishes from the story for a long time. Then, generations later, it reappears. This time, it's delivered by the angel Gabriel himself straight to another prophet, Prophet David. But David knew you couldn't just hand this thing off. It wasn't about who was oldest or strongest. The next owner had to earn it through a series of divine tests. So to find his true heir, King David brought all 19 of his sons together, and he gave them a riddle. This was the big one. What is that thing? If it is right, all is right, and if it is corrupted, all is corrupted. What one thing holds the key to everything else? You can imagine his older, stronger brothers shouting out answers like power or wealth, but it was the youngest son, Solomon, who was only 12 years old at the time. He gave the only correct answer. He said, "It is the heart." And that was it. That was the proof. True worthiness isn't about age or strength. It's about wisdom.
And just to make it absolutely clear, to leave no doubt in anyone's mind, there was one final proof. All the brothers left their wooden staffs in a room overnight. And in the morning, only Solomon's staff had sprouted fresh, green leaves. It was a miracle, a clear sign of who was chosen.
So with the ring now on his finger, Solomon's incredible reign began, and he built a kingdom. It was an unparalleled kingdom, the likes of which the world had never seen before and probably will never see again.
So what was the ring's big secret? Well, it was all in the engraving. The ring had the Isme Azam carved into it. That's the greatest name of God. The idea is that if you know this name, you basically understand the source code of the universe. It gives you immense authority, a secret that until then was only known to the angels. Now, the symbol we usually connect with this story is that six-pointed star. And what's really interesting is that for centuries, pretty much everyone called it the Seal of Solomon. You see it all over the place in Islamic art and architecture. Its identity is the Star of David, and its use on the flag of Israel. That's actually a pretty recent thing. It's a great example of how a symbol can be ancient, but its meaning can shift dramatically over time.
And with this power, he built an army that was just unreal. Forget a regular army. The vanguard, the first line of attack, was made up of lions and other predators. The main force, elite human warriors, the best of the best. But then you have the unseen force, legions of jinn soldiers, totally invisible. And for aerial recon, entire flocks of birds and eagles. Can you even imagine facing an army like that?
And this incredible kingdom wasn't just a flash in the pan. Solomon is said to have lived and ruled for around 500 years. 500 years. A whole half a millennium of this vast, miraculous kingdom. It was a golden age like no other. All right, so if you want one story that really shows the sheer scale of Solomon's power, you have to talk about his encounter with the legendary Queen of Sheba. This one is a real test of faith and power. So, far away, there was this other powerful ruler, the Queen of Sheba. She and her people, they worshiped the sun. They had no idea that their entire kingdom, their whole worldview, was about to be seriously challenged.
So the queen starts her long journey to meet Solomon, and while she's traveling, Solomon turns to his court and poses this incredible challenge. He says, "Who can bring me her throne before she even gets here?" I mean her throne, this massive royal seat from hundreds of miles away.
First, a powerful jinn steps up. His offer is pretty amazing. "I'll bring it before you can even stand up from your seat." That's fast, right? Supernatural speed. But then a human scholar, someone with divine knowledge, makes an even crazier offer. He says, "I will bring it to you in the blink of an eye."
And just like that, it was there. Poof. In less than a blink, the throne was sitting right there in Solomon's court. This was the ultimate flex, right? It showed that knowledge from God was even more powerful, even faster than the raw power of the jinn.
So when the queen finally arrives, her mind is just blown. First, she gets to Solomon's palace and walks on these floors made of glass, built right over flowing water. Then he shows her her own throne, right there, just slightly changed to test her. Seeing all this, seeing the impossible become real right in front of her, she gets it. The power of the sun she worshipped was nothing. And right then and there, she abandons sun worship and accepts the one true God.
But, even the greatest reign has to end. The most powerful king can't live forever. And the story of how Solomon's era ended, well, it's just as amazing as the rest of his life.
So the day comes when the angel of death appears. But Solomon dies in this really quiet, unique way. He's leaning on his staff, just watching the jinn as they work, and he just passes away, still standing. For months, the jinn keep working, terrified because they think he's still watching them. They have no clue. What finally gives it away? A tiny termite slowly eating through the wood of his staff. Eventually, the staff breaks, his body falls, and everyone finally realizes he's gone. It's this incredible final lesson. Not even the mighty jinn can know the unseen.
But what happened to the ring? After Solomon's death, it just vanished, lost to the world. The prophecy, though, that remains. The legend says the ring is still out there, somewhere, just hidden. Which brings us right back to the beginning, with one huge, lingering question. After all this time, who's going to find it next?